Unless Dr. Bartuska and her cohorts remove the restrictions, my generation's future looks very gloomy. There is no justifiable cause for them to stop the integrative science and its application being proposed by Project Texas Aggie Heroes. The USDA Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights, Dr. Joe Leonard, needs to focus in on his assigned congressional mission of providing direction to agency heads and enforcing civil rights laws. Dr. Leonard's priority must be limited to holding agency heads accountable for developing monitoring and assessment systems to ensure that all Americans have equitable access to quality USDA programs. In doing so, Dr. Leonard will be enforcing civil rights laws and holding agencies accountable to USDA constituents and community-based organizations like Project Texas Aggie Heroes. By collaborating and engaging in conversation with Project Texas Aggie Heroes, Dr. Leonard will be communicating in the same context, perspective, and approach being used by the USDA agencies as well as the state and county officials making USDA-funded loans to America's farmers and ranchers. While engaging with Project Texas Aggie Heroes, Dr. Leonard will empower Project Texas Aggie Heroes to better understand and implement civil rights laws when it is our turn to lead private and government entities. This is the best way for the USDA Office of the Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights to gain the confidence, trust, and respect of my generation. I now want to tell you how we plan to go operational. Since Project Texas Aggie Heroes is a bottom-up approach, its core are community projects within the boundary of the local public independent school districts in rural, urban, and inner-city areas. We want to make learning fun by introducing the practical part of science, math, and critical thinking to the youngest age or grade level as deemed appropriate by local school officials and parents. We at Project Texas Aggie Heroes are concerned about our state ranking of 47th in national public school performance. We are alarmed by the increasing high school dropout. This is unacceptable and inexcusable as it represents an enormous economic and social burden in the future of my generation. We can do better. For example, 97% of the student body at the Hidalgo Independent School District in Hidalgo, Texas, come from economically disadvantaged families. Yet, their performance and student retention rate has made their school one of the top schools in Texas and one of the top 100 in the United States, according to the U.S. News & World Report. These young Texans have set the standard for the rest of us to follow. A bottom-up approach allows participating city council officials in collaboration with their constituents and other local governing bodies to take the lead in defining and implementing a 21st century vision for a local Project Texas Aggie Heroes. Texas Aggie Heroes, along with Texas A&M University System's unlimited public programs, services, agencies, research centers, federal government agencies, participating foundations, corporate America, and international entities are available to assist the local community leaders and their vision where appropriate. In rural South Texas, the people and community-based organizations with the closest ties to the land, water, and food production, which are our farmers and ranchers, will also have a voice and program access in building the region's future. Those who keep our nation's economy alive, mainly small businesses, entrepreneurs, and the local Chamber of Commerce, will also have a voice and access to the same Texas A&M University system, government agencies, and private sector resources to expand the South Texas economy base. In return, we can take life lessons from them. To be a Project Texas Aggie Heroes community-based partner, the local school board of trustees, city council, and the Chamber of Commerce must agree to develop and implement an education, economic, and environmental action plan. Project Texas Aggie Heroes converts classroom knowledge and research into a real-life laboratory with tangible results and progress. It redefines 21st century leadership in light of our nation's demographic shift. It gives new meaning and value to applied research. Partnering government agencies will have the opportunity to evaluate their own current policies, practices, procedures, and the delivery of goods, programs, and services in light of our nation's changing demographic needs and demands. Under Project Texas Aggie Heroes' bottom-up approach, local leaders have the option to expand by working with other communities at either regional or international levels. In doing so, they will empower Texas Aggie Heroes to expand their horizons by challenging them to new experiences and to seek solutions to issues others will give up as being impossible. This is the making of 21st century leaders and global ambassadors. We are welcoming our fellow Texan veterans home, those veterans who are native to Texas, those who enlisted in Texas, and those who deployed from military bases from Texas are the true Texas Aggie Heroes. We encourage them to continue their education and training in any of the Texas A&M University System schools. We are also encouraging them to expand their leadership skills and career opportunities by being a part of Project Texas Aggie Heroes. Those who will benefit the most from Project Texas Aggie Heroes are those that empower young Texans. This is especially true of local communities, universities and colleges, government and non-government organizations that are focusing on sustainability and the enhancement of our nation's democracy and way of life. By empowering young Texans, Texas A&M, local communities, as well as government and non-government organizations are shaping future generations who will forge ahead with the same determination, core values, and high ideals that they were empowered with in the first place. In reality, communities across South Texas will be investing in shaping the very best cadre of future employees, local and regional leaders, and global ambassadors. I'm calling on all Texans to please stand up and be counted at a time that our nation needs us the most. We must not allow the racial fear, cynicism, and distrust being promoted at the USDA and by national leaders to destroy our nation and its democracy. Our fellow Texans who put their lives on the line in Afghanistan and Iraq, and those who gave their lives to protect our freedom, must not have done so in vain. We must do our part by starting with a bottom-up approach that sets a new standard of leadership, integrity, code of ethics, and a system of accountability. To help us achieve this noble goal, I am asking that you please contact Chancellor Michael McKinney of the Texas A&M University System, and encourage him to embrace Project Texas Aggie Heroes as an opportunity for young Texans to become involved in productive work in our communities while learning and contributing to the success of Texas A&M University Vision 2020. Please contact Governor Perry's office, your state legislators, your U.S. representatives, and our 2 U.S. senators. Explain to them how Project Texas Aggie Heroes is an investment in the education and future of all young Texans. Also, please explain to them how the proposed project is an investment in the economic development, our nation's future, and the advancement of accountability, integrity, and sustainability. Also, please ask them to contact the United States Secretary of Agriculture, the Honorable Tom Vilsack. Ask them to explain to the Secretary why Project Texas Aggie Heroes is crucial to the future of Texas and Texas A&M University's Vision 2020. Most important, ask them to tell Secretary Vilsack to prohibit his senior executives and civil rights to cause social unrest by pitting one race against another. Please contact the Secretary of Agriculture, the Honorable Tom Vilsack. Please explain to Secretary Vilsack why Project Texas Aggie Heroes is crucial to the future of Texas, Texas A&M University's Vision 2020, and our nation. Explain how the USDA and its agencies will benefit from Project Texas Aggie Heroes. And ask Secretary Vilsack to direct his agencies to collaborate with us by making all findings and the research scientists who assisted in finding solutions to the 1997 congressional inquiry available to assist us. Find out how to become a community-based leader of Project Texas Aggie Heroes and how to contact your legislator in Austin and representative in Washington by visiting us at www.texasaggie.heroes.org.